Now, someone asked, is Matatu business profitable in Kenya? How much money can you make from Matatu business? Now, there are two types of Matatus. This 14-seater Matatu, and there's the bigger one, the Manyanga, which are mostly in Nairobi. The Matatu business, it can be profitable or very disastrous. This business needs experience and a strategy for you to succeed. Now, let's take example of the 14-seater Matatu. If you are applying in the village routes, you will need a capital of 1.5 million to 2 million to get a new Matatu. And now, from that new Matatu, you'll be making something like 2,000 to 4,000 per day. Now, assuming there's no expenses, if you make 4,000 shillings per day, in a month, that's 120. In a year, that is around, let's say, 1.4 million. In a layman's language, and in a fool's calculations, in a year, you return your money, but it's not the case. When you've bought a Matatu, there are expenses like insurance, you are paying the driver, you are paying the conductor, you are paying askari, and many other people. So at the end of the day, you'll be getting something like 1,000 shillings. And now you accumulate 1,000, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and in a month, you get around 70,000 shillings. Now, you operate 1, 2, 3 months, and the Matatu start getting problems. It operates 3 months, the driver comes and tells you something needs to be replaced. You spend 70,000, spend 50,000. You operate for 3 months, you are told the Matatu was arrested and the police needs 50,000, 20,000, something like that. So at the end of the day, that money you make goes to feeding that Matatu. And you realize that in 3 to 4 years, you've only made something like 50,000, or you are running at a loss. And the worst thing is when you are not the one driving or collecting money. When you buy a Matatu and you are not there to see how it operates every day, you will never make money from it. All you'll gain is high blood pressure from the things you are told about the Matatu and about the business and about the challenges. About this Nganya, the big ones in Nairobi, these ones can make up to 20,000 per day. But also, you have to collaborate with the police for you to operate effectively. Police and the Kanjo, those two people. If you are not in good terms, there's no way you can operate. So this Matatu which operate in Nairobi mostly are for people wenye wanaosha pesa or politicians. They get money from somewhere illegally and they declare that money as profit from the Matatu. You know, there's no way you can there's no way you can just say this is not profit from the matatu. So that is one way. That's why you see, if you are very keen, you'll see that these matatus, even police don't touch them because they are owned by police or politicians or people who are not getting money legally. It's very hard to get someone who genuinely bought that matatu. So, have you ever asked yourself, you know, those decorations to those manyangas, they look very beautiful. All those decorations take up to 3 million shillings to put those decorations, to put those screens and everything to look beautiful. 3 million. Someone who is earning money from his salary cannot afford to do such things. So mostly it's for politicians, and you know, those, they are driven recklessly and nobody questions. So if you are going to start such a business, don't go there blindly. You'll never make money. But if you have another source and you want to declare the money and put it in a bank, nataka kuosha, then matatu business is the best. So generally in matatu business, it's very difficult to operate unless you do these things. One, you collaborate with the police. If you want to buy and operate a matatu, the first thing to do is look for a police who is willing to inject his money, and then be partners, so that the route you are going to apply, the matatu is never harassed. You'll make profits. Another thing is to put it in a circle, especially those ones operating long distance, where the money is collected at the booking office and the matatu goes. If it's managed by a very reliable circle, then you can make money. The third thing is to become either a driver or a manamba, so that you see how money is collected and everything about that business. The fourth one is to become a politician, and then those money you get from there unaweza osha na matatu. You know, that one is easy. And when you are a politician, even if sio kuosha pesa, your matatu can never be harassed, because you are top there. You can negotiate with those police, with the county askaris, and you can operate effectively. The worst mistake you can make, the worst mistake is to take a loan and start matatu business. You'll be depressed and die before your time. Don't do that. The worst mistake you can make is to use your pension to buy a matatu. Unless you buy an old matatu and you become the driver or the manamba. That one, I'm sure you will succeed. And don't make a mistake of employing your relatives. You have seen so many bus companies, those Eldoret Express, they're lying idle there. They are dead. The owner died and the matatu business died. And several other matatu, linear coach, and several others which used to be big, they are dying. They have died. It is because the owner is not there physically to run them. So matatu is not one of the best businesses to operate in Kenya. It's not. If you want peace, don't start this business. I know many of you have experience about it. You can share them in the comment section, And also if you want to ask anything about it, you can do so.